Alright, we're back, and we're going to do another draft. I guess since the first attempt at Alchemy did not fail spectacularly, we'll run it back, give it one more chance to be awful, I guess. Like, we had some dumb cards, so did, our last opponent's deck was so ridiculous. It's just start naming the best cards in their color pair, and they had them. So our, ability to do a turn 4, 7/6, discover 5 was not good enough. Still, we came out on top overall, so can't really complain about that. And the deck was fun to play with. It had some cool stuff going on. Alright, so I will admit, this thing seems terrifying if you can actually draft blue-green Merfolk. But this is Inti, and Inti is incredibly strong. Also, the red intensity song is really good, so... And one of the most broken cards in this for the Alchemy is a red-white card, so I'm down to take Inti and try and be a white-red aggro deck. So that way, maybe there's a world where we can get that white-red card in Limited and just wreck face with it all day. Alright, seriously? So, my last draft, I'm 99.9% sure I got past the Myco Tyrant. Pick 2. If not pick 2, pick 3. So the fact that he is here again... I guess it's the Myco Tyrant. It's definitely an it or a they. That being said, I kind of just want to take this Abrade to go with Inti. I might have had, a red card into Abrade and then the Myco Tyrant, but it was something very similar where it's just and here's the Myco Tyrant now. It's really? But yeah, we're just gonna take a Braid. Myco Tyrant's insane, but I am A-okay for taking the red cards here. I mean, I'd rather be red-white to try and capitalize on the potential, but Bitter Triumph is not terrible. In fact, Bitter Triumph's really good, and black gets underdrafted, so maybe we can wheel a Tithing Blade or something. Yeah, no, I'm down. Down to take another cheap, efficient removal spell for all the insane bombs in this format. Let's be honest, the red-white gnome is really stoppable if you can kill it immediately. You have to kill it immediately. It can't be allowed to attack or do anything else, but if you can do that, then you're good to go. Yeah, black-red's not going to be pirate-centric, so this probably isn't going to be a thing. So let's just take the Cave Crawler instead. Over the Ray of Ruin or the Dynatomaton. I could take the Dynatomaton to try and stay a little more open, but I think the Cave Crawler's enough better than any of that. Now we've only got Tectonic Hazard. I could take Poison Dart Frog. It fixes, it ramps. I think it's a little better than the Rampaging Spiketail, but if I was going to be black-red definitely and only black-red, then I'd rather have the Spiketail by a wide margin than have the Frog and be able to splash. Well, A lot of decent red and black cards now. Dowsing Device is way better in blue-red, but still decently strong. Torch is good. Snail. I love the Snail. Snail just wrecks so many people. Like, if you get a bunch of snails, you just get to pull their hand apart, and then they have to top deck the answer. And if you're beating them down aggressively with things like Inti, then usually going to be good enough. Alright, I'll take the Goblin now. We've had 3 shots at Rampaging Spiketail. I only really need, like, 1 in the deck, so... Oh, there's another Frog if I wanted it, but I think we're going to take another chance here. Oh, that's not terrible green. Like, the only red we really have is a Braid and Inti now. There is a world where I take this Poison Dart Frog, but then I'm really sad we didn't take the Myco Tyrant. And there's no way he's wheeling, like, just way too strong a card, but we'll see now. Take a Sunfire Torch over the edge. Yep, didn't think so. Take another chance now. Yeah, there's a world where I just pivot into green-black despite passing the Myco Tyrant. I'm just sad that we don't have him, but I'd rather take the Poison Dart Frogs and be able to do a good red-green or black-green deck despite not having the Tyrant than stay away from it when it's what's open and what would be good for me. Yeah, usually I get married to my first picks, but this time I think we're just open enough where I can get away from it if the right cards show up. Yeah, if somehow the Myco Tyrant had wheeled there, then I'd be down for green-black, maybe splashing the better red. Like, grab another Poison Dart Frog or two and just be all in on that. Well, there's one of the Spiketails back. So... yeah, I don't think I would want 2 of them anyway, so it's really good that we got one of them back on the wheel, because now if we don't pick up any others, I'm fine with that. There's a very slim chance I think that the last pick could be another one. Yeah. That's a Buelo. Buelo's just so insane. But I think we have to take one of the cards in my colors. And I am definitely black. I am probably red, but could be green. So we're going to take Join the Dead. Sorry, Buelo. Alright, so... pretty sure the other cards are stronger than Deep Goblin in red. In green, none of them are that impressive. I just want a hard-to-block 5/4. Maybe? Maybe that's where I'm at, over, like, Rumbling Rockslide. Because we can probably pick up, what's its name? There's a Tithing Blade and an Abyssal Gore Stalker. I think we're more of a Tithing Blade deck than a Gore Stalker deck, but we could also potentially take the Defossilize, because we have Spiketail to cycle. We get the red one, that would be okay. And we have Inti to discard. I think I'm moving away from the green, but there's an argument to be made to taking... be taking the Defossilize, and now we're just going to grab this bat, because the bat is crazy good. We have a torch to equip it with, and if I really want to, a bowgun. Oh, there's Zoyowa. And if I'm going to be red-black, Zoyowa is a really good aggro beatdown card. Yeah, maybe we'll just try and get underneath most of the scary things. Alright. Pretty easy 2-mana, 3-power creature with trample. Could grab a pirate. Could still grab a defossilize. Would not be terrible. I think I want the pirate, though. I think. Just because we're not splashing with poison dart frogs doesn't mean I would not think about splashing the gnome if we got it in pack 3. And plundering pirate would help with that. Yeah, I think we're doing alright so far, but then again, this is the alchemy version, and there's a ton of just stupid powerful cards that we're going to have to win through. And we're not currently rocking any of them ourselves, so... In fact, I think the only thing we have the Phantasmal Extraction. Our only alchemy card here. Oh no, we have... I'm probably not running the Pirate's Landing, though, like... Red draw card is not where I want to be at. We'll take a Lattice, though. We have the Yearling and the Ceratops and the Rampaging Spiketail as dinosaurs to flip it later on. And discard 1, draw 2 is just... In my aggro deck, I want to be able to discard excess lands if I need to. Or difficult to cast spells and find more relevant action. Also, when I discard a card while I have NT out, I get to exile the top card, so... Combining those two might actually yield some extra plays on the turn. Hazard, Buried Treasure... Yeah, nothing really on the wheel. Again, nothing really. I will take the 2/5 flying Ward 2 creature. It's not really where I want to be at. Alright, we did wheel the Gore Stalker and the Gnome. Excuse me. I am not thrilled with the Gnome. I'm going to take the Gore Stalker, but I don't think this is really the deck for him. We'll take the Tomb Raider over the Leeches. We have 0 caves, and an 8-drop is not where my aggro deck wants to be. Alright, I'll take a Gnome over the second Spiketail. Take that, because it's an uncommon, and my last pick. Nope, and nope. So, what do we got? Tali's Favor and Deathcap. Yeah, I'm down for a favor. Ooh, a second bat. Yeah, second bat. Nothing else in this pack is really doing anything for me. I'd love to see the Bone Splitter variant now, the Dire Flail. I think that would be a huge pickup with two 2-mana 1/1 flyers with lifelink that are disrupting our opponent's game plan. All the people and I didn't recognize anybody. Alright, so I think I'm misreading this card, because I don't know how this does for excess damage. Like, you need something else improving the amount of damage it deals in order to actually get Captain Brass from this card. Or it has to be hitting an indestructible creature that's already taken lethal. We're just going to take the dead weight here. Here, I'll highlight it for you while we're using the dead weight. So it does 4 damage, and if it deals excess damage to the creature or planeswalker it's targeting, you get a card from its spellbook. So the 1-drop is Spyglass Siren. And you always get a card equal to the thing. So it's Spyglass Siren, the crewmate, the 2/1 that lets you look for a pirate or artifact in your top 4. And the 3-drop is the Corsair from Jumpstart. So 2/2 buffs all your pirates and makes a treasure when it comes in. Do I want the Scallywag, or do I want a Dynatomaton? I think I want the Dynatomaton to push damage. Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. Second Zoyowa. Yeah. From this pack, pretty easy Zoyowa. Marionette, Fanatical Offering, or Panicked Altasaur. Could take the Visage, but I do not care for it past like its discard effect, and we already have the extraction for that, and we might wheel the other extraction. This might be Fanatical Offering, actually. I'm an aggro deck, I don't want to run out of steam. Brood Rage, Deep Goblin. I could take the Idol to craft into the equipment for the bats. I could take an Altasaur now as an aggressive, like, it stops flyers, it can beat down as a 4/5 or guarantee 2 damage. I think I want the Menace Dude. I think I just need to push damage with this deck. 8th pick, Join the Dead, 2nd Snail, Scallywag for good measure. Alright, taking the Join. On the wheel, nothing I super want. Alright, I could take that. How many artifacts do I have, though? 6 plus, like, 1 or 2 artifact makers, so probably this guy, then, for another discard card. Take the Rock Slide in case I need more removal. I don't think that I do. Only a 2nd Gore Stalker. Might want another 2-drop. I think this is the card I least often take. Oh, now I should have a playset of it. Oh, cool. We got an Altasaur on the last pick. I want one. Alright. Gonna try and beat down our opponents quickly. I don't think the Gore Stalker is good for this deck. I don't think we need a Rock Slide with 2 Join the Deads, Bitter Triumph, a Torch, and a Deadweight. Alright. So we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's way too many. Alright, the Blowgun, one of my least favorite cards. The upside to this is that, combined with the Torch, makes the creature deal Death Touch damage off of the Torch. We also have a Trampling Giver and, like, Menace and Super Menace and 2 other Menace dudes. So the Blowgun can be good in the deck. If we're not doing that, we need to get rid of the Extraction. Oh, also the Lattice is hiding up here as another non-creature card. And I think we have to count it as a non-creature here, because we only have a few dinosaurs. And it's going to be a while before it becomes a creature, because it's 5 mana to flip over. And I don't think I need the Lattice and the Fanatical Offering, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Still way too many. Plus we have two of these guys, so the blowgun makes a little bit of sense between these, the flyers, and the menace creatures gaining death touch. So I don't know, maybe I cut the offering. I think I want another chance in Atali's favor over the offering. Maybe we even cut the another chance. So we just try and get our opponents dead quickly. So what's the worst for that? I could cut the Tithing Blade, but I kind of want to keep it for when we're running our opponents over and they try and play one big guy to stabilize, because otherwise it's Bitter Triumph, where we have to have 4 dead permanents for Join the Dead, and we're not self-milling very often, so... Might actually cut the Snail here. Like, normally I like its disruption capabilities, but here it's a 2-mana 1/1. That's not really what I need. This feels way too crazy to cut Atali's favor here. Alright, so if we cut from the creatures, maybe I do cut the Spiketail. Like, I don't actually need it. Cut the Spiketail, cut the Altasaur, and the Gnome. We have a very low-to-the-ground aggro deck with a couple difficult-to-block creatures at the high end. The other option is to cut, like, the Ceratops, cut a land, and put in, like, 2 of the cheaper cards from up here. Maybe if we do that, we bring the Gnome back in. Yeah, the Gnome's just so medium, though. Maybe we bring in another chance, then. And like, the 2/2. Alright. Yeah, we get the deck nice and low to the ground. Get an extra land out of there. Yep, I'm down for this. Tomb Raider into Inti attack with Tomb Raider. Seems fine. We need to find a land, though. Or 2, so... I gotta chomp my guy? Okay. Alright, there's our land. When you do, put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature. So they're probably gonna kill Inti on their next turn. But that's fine. We'll discard the Echo, so that way I have 2 creatures to get back. Yep, there goes a land forever. That's fine. We'll mill 2 cards to try and get something better than the Spirit back, but I have to believe... It felt like they had a chomp, like they had a 1 mana spell here. Oh. Okay, never mind. Just all in, no breaks. I will discard the Raider here. Put the counter on Inti. Got a Swamp I can play. Play that Swamp and pass the turn back. I might just cast another chance here to get back 2 cards to discard for Inti. And to be mana efficient. Okay. Now I might just wait, draw my card, and play out the Dynatomaton, give Inti Menace. That'll also be an artifact for the Tomb Raider, so I can attack in with it also and trade it off for the mine card if they want to. Excuse me. Alright, nope, I'm good. Yep, it's gonna be my brother. Alright, I'm back. And our opponent has conceded to the overwhelming power of Inti already. So... go ahead and just jump into the next round. Yeah, this will be the last draft for this session, though. He's going to come back with dinner, and then once we've got dinner figured out, we're going to go grab our tree for the holidays. Alright, but if this doesn't draw a land, preferably a swamp, in the first couple draw steps, this is going to be really rough. If we do draw the land, though, I think we're good to go. Put that back just in case we top deck the swamp here or there. There we go. Alright, looks good. Let's get Yearling online first. Because if they play something like decent power or toughness, like now we can jam with the Yearling first, see if it connects. Alright. Since it connected, yeah, I'm still running out the Deep Goblin. Just maximum pressure on them. Don't let them get stable here. Like, if we draw a land, we can Dynatomaton and force through the Belligerent Yearling and the Deep Goblin through, like, their blocker. And if we don't, we might Blowgun then, if that would make the Belligerent Yearling big enough, or Tali's Favor. We'll see which one I want to do. Alright, that makes me inclined to a Tali's Favor now, especially since we didn't draw the land. Yeah, I'm going to cast another 2-power Menace creature. Alright. Jam with both. And just keep as much pressure on them as possible. Try and get them dead before they get any of the really powerful cards going. Yeah, that's one of the really powerful cards I was afraid of, actually. Yep. And now they can make one of their things a Belligerent Yearling if they want to. Oh, there's Akkopackle. It's mildly annoying. Okay, that's actually super helpful here. Alright, we're just going to cast Inti out, and we're going to jam with these two, discard the Echo, try and hit a land. And that will be a permanent sent to the graveyard to boost them up. Well, unfortunately, that Zoyo will go on forever, but... yeah, let's cast this one out. Yeah, we just have a giant Menace army now. Maybe the Torch was better, but... because of how little life they have left, but... Yeah, turning their 3/3 into a 4/3 ground creature isn't going to help them much against the Menace, so... Yeah, if I have a Menace Death Toucher attacking them, then the Akko-Pakko isn't even going to do them any good. If I draw the land, I can equip... Like, I can play the torch and equip both, and attack and kill one of the blockers, and then just finish them off. Because that'll be 7 unblockable damage. 8 unblockable damage. I want to discard the Dynatomaton. I mean, they can very easily have, you know, any of the things that would stabilize them here, like to kill one of my creatures, but they're going to need something here, otherwise they're just dead. Like, I barely even need to draw the land if... Okay, we did draw the land, but they didn't cast anything, so I'm inclined to just... Like, part of me wants to play the Dynatomaton and attack with everything, but... I guess if I kill the, Waterwind Scout, maybe they have the tap down, like the tap a creature and it doesn't untap. Alright, so we're gonna play the torch. We're going to equip this one. And equip him again. Because now if they don't do it pre-combat, they can't actually... Alright. Because now I'm going to sack the torch to kill the Wanderwind or Waterwind Scout. Discard a card, I'm going to decline. Take action... Because now this won't be able to block the NT, so now even if they kill one of the Deep Goblins, they're still taking 6 here. So, they actually need 2 removal spells to live. Yep. Alright. Ukmenbach. Alright, starting off strong. Eventually we'll run into some deck with a bunch of insanely powerful cards that'll just wreck us, but in the meantime... Meantime, we will keep looking for opponents that we can get rid of with our incredibly fast aggro deck. Steal all those wins. I mean, I'm going to keep this. It's not great, but... Depending on what they have, we might be able to beat them down with the bat long enough to find other stuff. A mountain is literally the worst draw here. Like, I need a second swamp for the Join the Dead. And... Alright, Tithing Blade is actually kind of helpful. Alright, opponent, what are you working with? I kill the bat in response. Chomp, Hatcher, but then nothing else. So I have to take the chomp, otherwise they just use the chomp to kill the bat. But yeah, they don't have a cave for the splunking to gain life, so... Does draw them a card, though, so... And that's potential... Wow, just infinite freaking mountains. It's killing me here. Alright. Let's suit him up then. M for 2, because we're going to need all the life we can get, because the Polani's Hatcher is going to ruin us if we don't draw a swamp next turn to kill it, so that way... And then they still have Walk with the Ancients afterwards? Yeah, this is going to be rough. They immediately get to attack me for 3. Yeah, I don't think this game is actually winnable. Alright, Alright, let's get this thing down first. Because that will kill the egg, I'm assuming, so that way they just get to attack me for 8 next turn. And yeah, we're still going to be in trouble, because as soon as I kill the Polani's Hatcher, they just play the other thing to get it back. I kind of need to draw the other bat now, not gonna lie. So I can take away the Walk with the Ancients or something. I also have to be careful about when I cast this, otherwise they'll just grow it out of range and I won't kill it. Because it's only -5, -5. Alright, now I kind of have to kill the Altasaur. Okay. Well, I don't have to kill the Altasaur. I'm probably still going to, though. Let's hit him for 4 first, because, you know, they're kind enough to set me up for that. The problem is if I kill the Altasaur, then they get to discover 4 when they get it back, but that takes it off the table for a while. Yeah, no. And this saves me 2 damage, which I don't think I can really afford to randomly take 2 more damage. This is tight enough of a race as it is, and I have 2 extra mountains I can't do anything with. Because I was like, Sigili's Lattice? No. But also extra land? No, so... I am kind of flooded here with 7 of my 16 lands. Need a dead creature for this one. If I lose my bat, the chomp is for 5, so that kills literally every creature. Yep. Do they have a second land? Can they activate him? No. Okay, cool. That's still an extra 2 points of damage here, so 10 total, so I'm at 3. Alright. Yeah, I'm just dead here because they have the +3/+3 trample and 2 more dinosaurs. Yeah, they got this one. Unfortunate. So many mountains. I do have more swamps than mountains, right? Like, because we definitely... Let me double check that, make sure I didn't... Okay, we're split evenly. Okay. I was going to say, if I have, like, 1 more mountain than swamps, that's going to be a problem. But as long as we're an even split, it's fine. Alright, so... We did lose to, like... I want to say top 5 cards in the set. Like, the regular Ixalan. I don't think Hatcher is top 5 with the alchemy cards mixed in, but I'm pretty sure, like, it's Aclazotz and Bonehorde Dracosaur, however you pronounce its name. Dracosaur. I think are the 1 and 2 pretty readily, but the rest of them, it's kind of hard to say exactly where they're at. Well, opponent's on the play, but other than that, my hand is great, so... Alright, no more lands. Like, literally no more lands, please. Oh! So, at the end of my last draft, I said that there was a 2-mana 3-3 with no downsides, and that would be it. That is a 2-mana 3-3 with no downsides. It's literally a better Centaur Courser. Like, it might actually make 2 more 3-3s eventually. Sure. Like, that's not even a thing here. Alright, well, let's attack with Inti first, because we're going to discard one of our lands here and make him a 3-3, but... Alright, and then we're going to play a Swamp, and we're going to join the dead that 3-3, because we're not letting that one happen. That one can kindly go die in a fire. Sure. Alright, now I feel confident. Alright, so we're gonna discard the land. I don't need it here, and we might hit a land. Alright, play my land for the turn. Play the Stalker out. But it'll grow, and we will play the Blowgun just to add more potential damage to the board here. That's fine. I don't really want to cast this into Brackish Blunder or something. So... Alright, put that on Inti. Attack with both. Discard the Crawler here. Grow the Menace dude. Get a spell I can cast. Alright, so... They put a counter on their guy and had nothing else. I think they're just dead here. Hey, I'll good game you back. Even though, like, they had a really strong start. Here, I'll pull this thing up so you can look at what it actually does. So, enters the battlefield, you conjure 2 more physical copies of this thing and throw it into your graveyard. Then, at the beginning of your upkeep, it gets a counter, and you can remove 3 counters to return a dead fungus from your graveyard to the battlefield, which it is, so since there are 2 physical copies of it in your graveyard now, if it ever lives the 3 turns, you get another one, and if either of them live 3 turns, you get the 3rd one back, and if one of them has died in the meantime, now you've got 2 more copies to try and build to 3 count. Yeah, this thing is dumb. It's a 2-mana 3-3, like, that in and of itself is insane, so... Like, it did not need any upside. I will run a 2-mana 3-3 in literally every deck I can cast it in Limited. That's just way too much power too quickly. Like, it needs to have a downside for me to even consider not running it, and that downside's gotta be, you know, it's either gotta be smaller a lot of the time, and not realistically a 3-3, or even a 2-2 for 2 at that point, or it's gotta be something else extremely negative. I mean, this hand does nothing if I don't hit a mountain in the first few turns. Yeah, I think we have to mulligan that. Well, there's NT, so I'm keeping this. Yeah, I think we're gonna go turn 1 NT, or turn 1 Raider into turn 2 NT. Just smack down as hard as we can. Maybe one day I'll draw a card I don't want to discard to NT. But today is not that day. Shoot. What am I discarding? I guess the Swamp, since I still have Zoyowa and a Braid, but... Yep, bye, Belligerent Yearling. I have no idea what I'm discarding next turn. Probably the card that I draw, but that's still going to be rough. Oh, that's a 2/4 Merfolk in my way. Maybe it's Zoyowa? Maybe it's the land and try and hit another land here, so jam with both. Discard the mountain. Put the counter on Inti. Try and hit a land. Yeah, there we go. So we hit for, I was going to say 2 damage here. Play the land, play the Skull Taker, so that grows to a 3/3 Menace. And just keep pressure on the opponent for as long as we can here. That's fine. Attack for 3 unblockable? Oh, they do. Was not actually expecting that here. Like, all of this is good. All of this is good. Yeah, let's put it on our worst creature. See what we cascade into. I'm actually going to put that in my hand to discard here for the Inti trigger. Because I don't really need it. Yeah, throw the Trampler. Play my land for the turn and pass. Alright, so turn everything sideways, discard a mountain, throw him to a 4/4, hit another Deep Goblin, and they're just off it. Yep. Yep, gonna try and stay low to the ground and just kill everybody before their really cool cards show up. Alright, so we made it to 4 wins, so I am happy with that. Anytime I get to 4 wins in best of 1, like, that's good enough. If I only ever lose 100 gems and I get all of the packs and all of the time and fun playing Magic, because I got 4 wins before I got 3 losses, so I had to have had, like, a bare minimum amount of fun at that point playing Magic. You know, like, they can't all have been games where my opponent just drew insanely poorly and kept questionable hands or mulliganed into oblivion. Yeah, I think the Zoyowa was better than the Belligerent Yearling. The only reason to run Zoyowa out is because we have 2 of her in the deck, I believe. I think that was this draft and not the last draft, but... well, I'm gonna jam for 3. Try and deal a point and trade here. And then play Zoyowa. Get our trigger. Deal them probably an extra 3 unless they have a card they want to discard for some stupid reason. Yeah. They'll take my free 3 extra damage, thanks. Perfect. So now we play a land. We suit her up. I will put that in my hand for later, thanks. I do not need to kill a 2/2 here. Like, that is the least terrifying thing possible, so we're just gonna keep putting pressure on them instead. Hold removal for an actual problem. Like maybe that. Do I think I can easily win this? Maybe not easily, but I certainly feel like I'm way ahead. I probably want to kill this, though. This makes treasures and upgrades later on. Yeah, let's go ahead and kill that. Let them know I still have it. So, Lisa Lilly, welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Yeah, we are definitely going to keep trying to put pressure on this opponent. Oh, they have a Zoyoa. Neat. Well, I take 3 damage. I think I'll take 3 damage here from their Zoyoa. Ah, there we go. Alright, so... let's see what they got going on first. Or what they had going on. So, they're missing the land for the skull, so I think we take their kill spell here. And then I think we kill Zoyoa. Yeah, I'll pay the 3 life, that's fine. Get her out of play. And jam for 3. That's actually a really good one for them, because now they get to gain 2 life here. I mean, that would trigger my other Zoyoa if I cast it, but... let's see, we hit him for 4. And... that leaves them at 5. Yeah, this has got to be just kill the 2-2 here. Hope they don't hit a green source. I have been playing since 1994, so yes. Hey, kill your dude. Get you down to 1. Do I cast the other Zoyoa just to trigger her? Probably not. There we go. Yeah, I started when Revised and Fallen Empires were the most recent sets. Oh, I wish. Unfortunately, I'm only really good at the game, not actually incredibly good at the game. Otherwise, you would have heard of me long before this from all of my Pro Tour victories. Instead of that one time where I almost qualified for the Pro Tour. Alright, ooh, I get to go first this time. Alright. Let's take their removal with my bat and try and kill them before they get anything else going on. I guess I take their only creature then. They can lock down my bat for a little while. That's fine. Not anything that I was planning on going to. I've been mostly keeping it to the local scene ever since they started doing other stuff. Like when they start bringing events back post-pandemic. I used to go to the Grand Prix in my state pretty often, but... suppose we're just going to double spell here. A 2-3 next turn if they want it. Ah, they have a 2-2. Even better. Yes. I build commander decks for most of the days where I'm not off, and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday I usually try and get a few drafts in while I'm at it. Yeah, this one feels pretty winnable, all things considered. So let's see. We don't want to attack with the bat and give them back their... I guess it's just a Tomb Raider, but that's not super helpful, so... yeah, I guess we're just giving the Menace guy Death Touch. Swing for 3. It'd be miserable for them to try and stop it. And then when they lock down my Menace guy, we give Zoyoa Menace. Ooh, Torch is not good for me. Now they can kill Zoyoa. I don't want to kill Zoyoa? Okay, fine, be that way then. Because they're going to try and lock down the 3-3. Alright, that's fine. So... go ahead and give her Menace then. Yep. Yeah, everybody. That is... I was gonna say, that is fine, because that will trigger the other two. And might as well play out the land. Streaming-wise, they're going alright. Not amazing, but not terrible either. Alright, they flipped over their thing. Playing out their 2-3. Yeah, I was gonna say, now I get to eat their 2-1 for, like, nothing. Silly opponent. What are you even doing there? Hey, what else we got? Nail. Oh, cool. Final boss time, potentially. Hey, let's go for it. Try and get the 7 wins before we even have to worry about the game after this one. Seems insane. Great, except for the opponent going... Oh, and the opponent's on a mulligan, too. Okay. So... the only downside is figuring out what I'm going to discard. Because I don't want to discard the second Zoyoa in case they kill the first one, but... I think that's probably what's going to happen. I guess, in theory, it could be the blowgun. But with 2... no, I'm sorry, these don't have Menace. I'm thinking of the Menace guys with the Death Touch, but... oh, if your best thing is to put a counter on this guy... or try and find your second land. They are looking for their second land, third land. This is all fine. Alright, NT, go get them. Wreck their day. Yeah, we'll discard the blowgun first. If they don't kill NT, we'll probably lose the second Zoyoa once the first one comes down, but... please don't kill Inti. He's like my best friend. It's also Huatley's best friend. Yeah, alright. Lose the Zoyoa, because where we're at. Put the counter on Inti, because we have to. Get a land. Alright. And you kill Inti, because you didn't attack with your 2-2, and you knew this was coming, so... ah. Well... probably wanted to block first, but... upside for them, though, is I don't get to play my Zoyoa now. So there's that, at least. Alright. Yeah, lockdown Inti. Not gonna help much, though. That just means I get to grow the Plunderer here, or Tomb Raider. I'd rather cast Zoyoa, but I can't deny myself the value. Plus, next turn, this will be a 3-3 lifelink. Almost guaranteed. Like, I just have to discard the Plunderer or something. the land. Land's good too. That still stops me from casting the Zoyoa if I don't want to. They're at 3. I'm just casting the Zoyoa. Make them discard cards. I don't need the Tomb Raider. Yep, they're off it. Alright. Nice and easy. Alright, let's go see what we won. Legion Reconsecrator, which is one of the most awkwardly worded cards I have ever seen. It basically gives you 3/1 copies of something from the graveyard when it dies by slowly exiling things. So it attacks, you exile 1 target card from a graveyard, then you make a duplicate of that card and put it in your graveyard, except that it's a 3/1 black skeleton in addition to its other colors and types. Then when it dies, you can get a 1 power or 1 toughness creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it attacks, you exile something, make a 3/1 skeleton version of it, then when it dies, you can get that 3/1 back. But it's the most awkwardly worded thing. Seriously, this thing is broken as hell. Another ship's mascot. This is also silly. I started reading this, I'm like, it's a 3-mana 3/3 flyer, and then when it deals combat damage to a player, they get a boon, and I'm like, okay, cool, so it's a 3-mana 3/3 flyer, but it's probably got a downside. No, it's like when your opponent casts a non-creature spell, they may pay 1. If they don't, I get to draw a card. So it makes their next spell either cost more mana, or I get to draw a card. And if they don't cast a spell, they start accumulating these things. So this is also silly. It's a 3-mana 4/4 that buffs all of your dinosaurs forever. And another copy of that. Yeah, alchemy cards are just dumb words printed on cards because they don't have to balance them. They can always just rebalance them later. Alright, well, dinner's on its way, so that's going to do it for me for right now. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to Lisa for stopping by and chatting with us for a bit, and thank you to Davies for the follow earlier, and I will see you all next time. Have a good rest of your day.